This right here is a must. And that is going to be the topic of today's video. Can you, better yet, should you haul a 6,000 pound trailer with the Toyota Tacoma? So I've been hauling a 5,200 pound, 26 foot travel trailer with my 2020 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport. In order to do that, I had to do a couple simple but very necessary mods to the truck. Starting with this transmission cooler. So the TRD trucks from Toyota come with a factory transmission cooler, but I went ahead and had another transmission cooler put in on top of that one. So now I have three different things cooling my transmission fluid. I've got the radiator, the factory transmission cooler, and the third-party transmission cooler that I had installed on top of all of that. And to monitor that, I had a scan gauge 2 that I put on my dash to keep an eye on the actual temperature of the fluid. So if you come this way, I'll show you that. So here's that scan gauge 2. It's got your transmission temperature 1, transmission temperature 2. I've got this one to set up to show my RPMs and my MPH. You can program it to display a ton of different things, so it's super useful for stuff other than just keep an eye on that transmission temperature when you're hauling. I velcroed it to the dash here, ran a little wire down through here, and then it just plugs into the computer module up underneath the dash there. Alright, next thing, trailer brakes. So sadly, the Toyota Tacomas do not come with trailer brakes installed in them. They are wired underneath the dash for them, but they do not actually have a control put in. So I purchased this spread arc trailer brake from Amazon. It was about 250 bucks for all of the parts. Took the dash part, put it in myself. It was fairly easy and straightforward, but you have to have that no matter what you're pulling. If it's a 1,000 pound trailer or a 5,000+ pound trailer, gotta have brakes for it. Something else that is a must is a weight distribution hitch / system. And if you're hauling a big travel trailer, a heavy one, no matter what size pickup you have, you should definitely have a weight distribution hitch. Okay, so it's fairly basic. It's just got a weight bar on each side, a little L clip that holds it in place, and then the ball hitch is just pretty much normal. But you gotta have one of these. There's a high probability, especially on a smaller truck like this, that you'll rip the phone straight off if you don't have one of these. I don't even put all the weight up the trailer onto the ball hitch without having those bars on there, just because it sinks the truck so far. So now that I've shown you all the necessary mods that you need to pull a big ass trailer with your Tacoma, let's sit down and talk about what it's actually like and how it drives. So Shelby is here to answer the real question: how is it actually pulling a 5,200 pound trailer with a Toyota Tacoma?
I actually think the Tacoma pulls it pretty smooth. However, when it comes to gas mileage, you get about 5 to 6 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, on a good day, maybe 8, and then that's if you're not going up a hill.
Downhill pulls pretty nice though.
Yeah, I mean, that's usually hauling anything, you're just going to coast down a hill. But just keep that in mind when you're hauling a large trailer with a Tacoma, because you're pushing it so far, your gas mileage is just going to go out the window. So another thing to keep in mind when you're hauling something this large, you got that big ass load behind you, is acceleration is going to be extremely slow.
You're going to be looking at going about 5 to 10 miles per hour under the speed limit when pulling with a Tacoma.
Yeah, once you get up to speed, if you're in a 70 mile an hour zone, it's probably going to ride a lot better at 60 miles an hour, and that's what's going to keep you at that 8 miles per gallon versus like 3 miles per gallon. So because of the slow acceleration and having to stay under the speed limit, you're going to have a lot of people that are going to want to just fly around you, honk at you, get mad at you because you're going slower, and that's just something that you have to accept when you're pulling this much with a Tacoma, and you don't have a ton of power underneath the hood. It's just part of doing it.
Yeah, just be patient and take it with a grain of salt.
And one last point to consider is it was recommended to me to get disc and slotted brakes when pulling something this heavy. simply because you're gonna end up wearing your rotors out going down a heavy hill. If you just sit there and hold the brakes down, it's gonna wear them out super fast. So I was told by a mechanic that I should probably get disc and slotted brakes put on the front hubs of the truck. I didn't actually do that, and so far I haven't had any problems, but it's something to consider if you are gonna be pulling a heavy trailer with your Tacoma a lot. It's definitely something to look into.
And remember, pump the brakes, don't ride them.
So in conclusion, can you, should you pull a basically 6,000 pound trailer with a Toyota Tacoma? I don't know if I'll say you should, but you definitely can. Is it moderately sketchy? For sure. But it gets the job done and it does work. So you might get some odd looks because I haven't seen anybody else pulling a trailer of this size and weight with a smaller pickup like this, but I'm here to tell you that it 100% does work and can be done.
So if you found this video useful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you so much for watching, and we will catch all of y'all later. Time to do some shifty shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope I get away with it. Howdy-doo-dah-dee.